Good evening and welcome to JoyNews Prime. I come to you live from our studios here. We're live on DSTV channel 421, Go TV channel 125, and around the world on myjoyonline.com. Coming up tonight, the Constitutional Review Committee proposes the establishment of an independent anti-corruption and ethics commission to deal with corruption-related offences. More as the committee recommends tightening the removal process of the Chief Justice, suggesting all petitions be submitted directly to the Council of State, which shall within 7 days refer same to the Judicial Committee for prima facie determination. Also tonight, NPP and NDC split over a proposal to limit election campaign period to 120 days before a general election, as some analysts warn that will play to the advantage of the governing party. Also tonight, Greater Accra Regional Police arrest 132 suspects in major swoops ahead of the festive season. We have details as police urge the public to remain vigilant at public gatherings and cooperate with security agencies to curb crime across the capital. These and more we have lined up for you, plus business, sports and showbiz, all within this hour. We are your home of independent, fearless, incredible journalism. Please stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. We'll start with the Greater Accra Regional Police Command because they have arrested 132 suspects and retrieved several stolen items during a series of special swoops and major traffic operations carried across various divisions within the Accra metropolis. The operations form part of sustained efforts by the police service to clamp down on crime and enhance public safety as the festive season approaches. Fatal Bayaga reports.
The Greater Accra Regional Police Command has intensified operations here in the region, particularly ahead of the Christmas season. According to the Police Command during a press conference, these special operations and swoops have led to the arrest of 132 suspects. Ms. Juliana Oben is the head of public affairs of the Accra Regional Police Command.
The Accra Regional Police Command has arrested a total of 132 suspects and retrieved various exhibits, including narcotic substances, suspected stolen items, and motorcycles during series of special swoop and motor operations conducted across several divisions within the metropolis as part of sustained efforts to combat crime during this Christmas and beyond. On Thursday, the 18th of December 2025, the police personnel from Kotobabi District under the Nima Division conducted a swoop at Alajo near Merciful Hotel Annex, where the operation led to the arrest of 4 suspects, details of which will be shared with you. In a related operation on Sunday, 21st December, personnel of the Railways District Command of the Accra Central Division conducted swoops at identified criminal hideouts within the division that also led to the arrest of 15 persons. And this forms part of our commitment to make sure that we all have a crime-free celebration during this month and beyond.
She also said that through intelligent-led operations, the police have been able to arrest key suspects in relation to the theft incident which happened during the Diaspora Summit here in Accra.
The suspect was found wearing an official summit tag and posing as a legitimate participant. Upon questioning, he failed to provide credible explanation for his presence at the event and was subsequently arrested and detained at the Ministry's police station to assist with ongoing investigations. Now, our preliminary investigations reveal that suspect employs deceptive methods to steal ATM cards. He allegedly manipulates situations at the ATM locations to make transactions difficult for users. He also suspected of stealing ATM cards and other valuables during conference meetings by accessing participants' bags and laptops, particularly during break hours.
Reporting for Joy News, Fatao Bayaga, Accra.
Away from that, the Constitutional Review Committee is proposing the establishment of an independent anti-corruption and ethics commission to deal with corruption-related offences. The commission would now say, based on their proposal, that commission will now wield the power to investigate corruption-related offences and have prosecutorial powers to indict offenders. The Professor H. Kwesi Prime Committee recommends that the commission be independent of individual or state control. My colleague Kweku Asante joins me in the studio. He's been going through some of the key details of that committee proposal. Kweku, what else are they proposing?
Well, Faustina, we know that yesterday the committee did present this report to the President, His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama, I should say, who has received it, and in the coming days, the government will be issuing a white paper. But detailing, the committee is recommending appropriate amendments to the current constitutional architecture to take away the Attorney General's authority to prosecute corruption and corruption-related offences, and also Shraj's corruption investigation powers, and vest all of that authority into the hands of the Independent Anti-Corruption and Ethics Commission, AEC. Again, the committee is proposing that the Anti-Corruption and Ethics Commission will take over or merge with the legislatively established Office of the Special Prosecutor to create a one-stop shop for all corruption and corruption-related prosecutions. And it goes on to talk about other things that Faustina will talk about, for instance, when it comes to the removal of the Chief Justice in terms of the process. Currently, when the President receives a petition to remove the Chief Justice, he, together with the Council of State, makes a prima facie determination. If there is one, a committee is set up and they move on. When it comes to this, that process will change. And now the petition will go to the Council of State, which is going to be reformed. Within 7 days of receiving that petition, the Council of State shall refer the committee, the petition, to its judicial committee. They will look into it and make a determination as to whether or not there's a prima facie case. If there is, they will inform both the President and the Speaker of Parliament, and the President may decide to suspend the Chief Justice if there is a ground to do that. And then the Council of State will then form a 5-member committee which will probe the matters and then recommend to the President whether or not he should remove the Chief Justice, and that recommendation is binding. So it's a little tweaking to what is done to the removal of the Chief Justice. But as it were, when it comes to the big matter of corruption, it is taking away part of the Attorney General's power, taking away part of the powers of Shraj, and taking away the OSP, or merging it with what will now become the Independent Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, Faustina.
Thank you so much, Kweku. Let's just listen to Professor H. Kwesi Prime.
For the Attorney General, we want to take some of his powers so that the oral will be done by some other body next time. So what we are proposing there is that because of the system we run, we don't have a career civil servant being Attorney General. We think that raises challenges when it comes to prosecuting political corruption and other issues affecting politically exposed persons. So we are proposing an ethics and anti-corruption commission that can be cobbled together from some of the agencies we already have. So Shraj has some anti-corruption work, not prosecution. We think Shraj can just focus on the human rights and ombudsman work. There's plenty of that for Shraj to do. So we would take Shraj's anti-corruption mandate, couple that together with what probably the OSP and other agencies currently do, and then create out of that mix a new commission, which would then handle cases of corruption, so that the AG can be freed to do, the international arbitration and the big constitutional cases and all of those other legal policy issues, reforming legal education, the profession, and all of those things. And so we can see more of him. Now we don't see him at all because the anti-corruption work is taking all of his time. So we think he should be happy to see what it is that we're proposing.
Well, let's broaden the conversation now. Joining me now is anti-corruption campaigner Vitus Azim. We appreciate your time here on the JoyNews channel. Well, we've just been hearing key recommendations from the committee. They're recommending taking away the powers of the Attorney General to prosecute corruption and corruption-related offences. From where you sit, can this effectively deal with corruption?
Well, I wouldn't say that it can effectively deal with corruption, but it will help, it will enhance the fight against corruption. Because some of us have talked in the past, complained in the past about the Attorney General combining his or her role with that of the Minister of Justice, making him a political appointee. So it's very difficult for the Attorney General to be neutral when it comes to high-profile cases involving the appointees of the ruling government. In the same way, there have been complaints in the past about Chirag having too much work to do and not able to carry out his mandate. So they were already in the past. There were already calls for the separation, the taking away of the anti-corruption mandate of Chirag and giving it to an independent, establishing an independent body to handle. So this is more or less in collaboration with past views that have taken place. And so I think that it's a welcome idea, even though you cannot say that it will just completely eliminate corruption, but it will help to reduce the corruption that is in the country.
The committee is also proposing the establishment of an independent anti-corruption and ethics board. According to the proposal, that will also merge or I'll take over with the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Is this practical?
Yeah, I think it's practical. Instead of having the Office of Special Prosecutor, we are now going to have, let's say, maybe an independent prosecutor that will specifically have to deal with corruption issues. So you are taking 3 institutions or 3 mandates and putting it into one. Part of the mandate of the Attorney General, part of the mandate of the Commission of Human Rights, and then adding it to the mandate of the Office of Special Prosecutor and giving it a new name. And I believe that it will be reorganized. It will not be the Special Prosecutor or the Office of Special Prosecutor that we see today. Because as you also know, there have been complaints about the unsatisfactory performance of the Office of Special Prosecutor so far. So such an institution will reorganize the Office of Special Prosecutor and probably it will be given a new name.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily just going to be the Office of Special Prosecutor.
Thank you so much for your time here on JoyNews Prime. Well, Ghana's dominant political parties, the governing NDC and the opposition NPP, they are split over the proposals by the Constitutional Review Committee to give a limit, really, to election and campaign period to 120 days before general election. According to the committee, which presented its proposal to President John Dramani Mahama on Monday, Ghana must move from the perpetual election cycle to a definite period. While speaking on the polls, the Deputy Director of Election and IT of the NDC, Rashid Tanko Computer, says the proposal will allow the government to get ample time, really, to deliver on its mandate.
It's something that the party is considering, and we're still waiting for the government white paper on the report as delivered yesterday, so that we can also take our position on it. But clearly, it makes sense. It makes sense because you come into power. I mean, they were sworn in the following week. Opposition is out there with their campaigns and press conferences all over the place, putting a lot of impediments in the way of the government. It doesn't make sense. It stagnates development in the country. And I think that it does make sense that we can have a period of which we're supposed to do campaigning so that we can allow the government of the day ample time to deliver its manifesto promise to the people, rather than forcing the government to also play into the game of being all-round campaigning. That is not good for the country. That's not good. I don't think a developed country, they do this kind of thing.
Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, Haruna Mohammed, however, raises concerns about how the proposal can be implemented.
the end did not have the Constitution. There is standing and then giving him from that. So the MP was after the Constitution came forth. All the political parties that have joined the Fourth Republic were formed after the 1992 Constitution, had given rise to multi-party democracy. So it is not true that the NDC birthed the 1992 Constitution. You've made a very critical point. We've seen the report, the summary of the report that has been making rounds. The MPP has referred this report to the Directorate of Legal and a certain group of people who have been put together by the National Executive Committee and National Council to look at the recommendations. And also, we had also made some recommendations to the Constitutional Review Committee. And the MPP will make our official statement on the recommendations that have been made by the Constitutional Review Committee. So for now, for us to have an official position of the party, I will wait to get the recommendations or what the committee or the body that has been mandated by the party to guide and shape the kind of recommendations that the MPP will also be looking out in terms of what has been submitted to the presidency. So.
Let's head now to the Ashanti region. Major cities in the southern sector of the country, especially Kumasi, are expected to experience improved power supply as the Ghana Grid Company connects a minimum of 120 megawatts of power to the national grid. Already 47 megawatts of the power generated and the facility have been connected by the AKSA and Wumaso power plant to the grid, with the remaining power units expected to be fully connected before the close of the year. Although the ongoing exercise is throwing the Greater Kumasi metropolis into intermittent power cuts, authorities assure of expedited works to ensure full power to the region. Emmanuel Baikweku reports.
Flanked by engineers of the Ghana Grid Company and AXA Energy, the Deputy Energy Minister inspected the progress of work at the Awumaso Power Generation Substation in the Ashanti region. Gridco has commenced tie-in and test run activities to connect the newly completed AXA Awumaso Power Plant to the national transmission grid. The exercise forms part of ongoing system enhancement works to expand the country's power generation capacity and improve overall reliability of electricity supply. Once fully integrated into the grid, the plant will add about 141 megawatts of power to the national system. Richard John Mensah is the Deputy Energy Minister.
From indication and the work they have done so far, we are very confident that, and the reports, that by next week all the units will be energized. At the moment, reports indicate that by late afternoon today, the first unit of 47 megawatts will be connected. They have already tested, their transformers are all energized, control room, everything connected. And so by afternoon, Kumasi area would have additional 47 megawatts.
The additional capacity is expected to boost electricity supply for households, businesses and industries, particularly in the Middle Belt and other parts of the country. Deputy CEO of Gridco, Reverend Engineer Frank Otre, highlighted plans to increase the country's power generation capacity.
So yes, already in the whole Ghana, we have over 5,000 megawatts. So this is coming to add to that. There is more power to power our homes, our businesses, and all our facilities. And so we are going forward.
The ongoing work is expected to briefly cut power supply to the city, but the minister assures of sustained power supply following the completion of the enhancement works.
Within the festivity too, I have already spoken with the engineers on site that they should also be mindful of the occasion, because we are in the Christmas season. The festivity requires a lot of energy to make sure that we fully enjoy the benefit of Christmas. So they should also be very mindful and be communicating. When there's the need for them to take power briefly, there should be a clear communication to the people so that the activities that they are undertaking will not bring any adverse effect to anyone.
For Joy News, my name is Emmanuel Bright Kweku.
You're still watching JoyNews Prime. We're back with business news. Please stay with us. Time now for business. The Ghana Revenue Authority in the Ashanti region has seized alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages sold without excise tax stamps in the Ashanti New Town Market in Kumasi. Emmanuel Braikweku has more in the following report.
The enforcement units of the GRA in Ashanti region stormed retail markets dealing in the sale of alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages at the Ashanti New Town Market with one mission: to seize products without the excise stamp. From every nook and cranny of the market, the team ransacked shops in frantic effort to take hold of any canned and bottled beverage without the approved excise stamp. While some shops had secured the stamps, others had them but had failed to fix them on the products.
We gave them the stamp. We asked them to affix the stamp at that particular place before they send them out. This is not a place where we met the product, where we first go there to count the product. We came here right now. We have seen that they have the product here. They don't affix the stamp. This is the stamp. She's telling me that the stamp is not up to the quantity that they demand. I said, no, if that is not the case, just affix the stamp to the quantity that this thing will require. Then if you have any issue, then you bring it out.
Into me buy me trim do to be kama and I request a stamp on a stamp on a stamp on the buy no more than
I imported these products myself. I began affixing the stamps, but unfortunately yesterday there was heavy congestion, so I decided to keep some of them here so that I will affix the stamps myself.
In case say Sunday because of traffic
the exercise is part of a broader effort by the GRA in the region to seize excisable goods that escape the tax net on the market, especially during the festive season. Isaac Kwame Amwakum is the head of the enforcement unit at the GRA in Kumasi.
It's a strategy that they use to evade the taxes. So some of the stamps that they claim they have maybe fake ones. You are here with us and you've seen the number of products that we've seized since we started this exercise in the morning. And if revenue that have been realized from these products are out of the tax net, then you could see the sort of negative impact it will have on the revenue that we collect in this area. From experience, we know that during festive occasions, these products, alcoholic beverages and even non-alcoholic beverages, are purchased and then consumed.
The Ghana Revenue Authority has set a 220 billion cedi nationwide revenue target for the year 2025. The Ashanti region in the past contributed significantly towards the national revenue mobilization efforts. With only a few days to end the year, the authorities admonishing the public to honor their tax obligations. Agnes Edujemfi J is the area head for the Kumasi office of the GRA.
We do our best. We do our best with the support from our taxpayers. We do our best. And it's the same support that this morning I am pleading, I am calling on them to support us to meet the 2025 target. They can do it. I know how they have been very good or attending to their tax obligation. They should be able to help us to meet the target.
For Joy News, my name is Emmanuel Bright Kweku.
You're still watching JoyNews Prime. We're back with sports. Please stay with us.
Good evening, welcome to Prime Sports with me, Benaya Elom Dapramopo. Chelsea have entered the race to sign Bournemouth forward Antoine Semenyo intensifying a fierce battle among some of the Premier League's biggest clubs ahead of January transfer window. We have more for you in this report. According to reports in England, the Blues made contact on Tuesday to inquire about the conditions of a potential deal, joining Manchester United, Manchester City and Liverpool in the pursuit of the Ghana international. Both Manchester United and Manchester City have been in talks with Semenyo's representatives for several days, with discussions still ongoing as clubs assess the possibility of triggering his release clause. December 30 to January 1 next year, the Laboma Beach Resort will host the 2025 Beach Festival, which is a horse racing event. Now, the organizers, Carl Kumejina, Barrister Valentine, and Mohamed Jara, who is the president of the Ghana Horse Racing Association, have been speaking to Joy Sports on what the public should expect.
This time we are doing like a whole Christmas activities, which starts from the 27th to the 1st of January. Laboma is, still committed to having lively events and then still supporting the equestrian culture in Ghana. And then this time around, we are still doing the horse racing, which is going to be a 2-day event. Laboma Beach Resort, as of now, is the only resort in Accra or Ghana that has a health facility in our premises. So we have on-call doctors and then nurses, which are always available 24/7. So the safety of our guests or clients is a topmost priority to us. So, yeah.
First one, we've made a lot of improvements, like my colleagues have talked about, and this year we're just inviting the whole Ghana, the whole Africa, the whole world to come and enjoy 2 days of intensive and exciting race. Yes, please. The winner of every race is going to get 1,000 Ghana cedis. The second position is going to get 800 cedis, and the third position is 500 cedis. Just like my colleagues talked about, we've got different categories. We've got like it's different divisions. So every division was going to be having like probably 10 races in a day, and the finals is going to be on the 30th of December. So it's going to be on the 30th and the 1st of January. That's the final of the horse race. Yes, please. People should just come, and the tickets will be at the gate from that 27th till the 1st of January.
This is our second time. The first one was the maiden one, but this time people have more serious about this time, because this time we have to take some of the normal horses out because the number is too much, and because of the previous one, the competition is now becoming tougher and tougher this time.
What kind of reception did the first one, what kind of reception did you get? Yeah.
The first one, people were not expecting much like that, but what they got, what? So this year push more horses to participate. Yeah.
And that's how I wrap up the sports segment with me, Benaya Elom Apamako. For more stories, you can log on to myjournline.com. Up next is Showbiz.
Good evening, welcome to Showbiz here on JoyNews Prime. Now, stories this evening, Ghanaian rapper Sarkodie has expressed his excitement about his upcoming collaboration with dancehall sensation Stonebwoy, stating that the song is a beautiful one and has the potential to become one of the biggest hits. Sarkodie, who is on a media run to promote his upcoming annual Rapaholic concert, spoke on Hit FM.
Want that to be out like ASAP. We were speaking about it. I have one verse more to do.
Okay.
As soon as I'm done with that, we have to give it to the people. It's beautiful. It's crazy. So I want him to say Stonebwoy there. You know, or Mami Hooks best 7. I have to choose one, which is the difficult thing for me to do.
7 hooks.
I did a lot of melodies for me to pick from. So no, but it's a great song, and I know it's going to be one of the biggest songs if that should drop. So hopefully next year, if his timing works and my timing also works, I think we will have to give it to the people.
Speaking of Stonebwoy, he says his refusal to settle and his push for conscious music will shape this year's BIMFest scheduled for the 24th of December. Speaking in an exclusive interview with me, the musician said personal growth and consistency remains central to his career, stressing that success should never lead to complacency.
It should be an aim to always reach higher. It should be an aim to always reach higher. So definitely I have actually had thoughts, and I still have thoughts of actually improving every time, because I believe in more room for improvement. Hey, you know, even after an excellent period, you have to actually move on to another one, because you can't really be satisfied like that off of food you ate yesterday. You have to eat again.
Okay.
You understand, to get satisfaction. So I think that's how I deal with it. So at every opportunity, I make sure I deliver so that people can feel satisfied, and I also can feel like I've done my best. So for the 24th of December, believe you me, you know, we go hard on production. Like you're using the TGM as an example, the Labadi show, the Labadi one, Beam Fest, and then at the stadium. You see what we did at the stadium. So we're going back to the stadium again, and my team and I are going to definitely do something different. And guess what? Off of the top, it's off of the back of the Torture EP. So this would be the first moment, or for the first time, that I'm going to be performing the Torture EP live in front of the people. So there's something new to anticipate. And all the way from Jamaica, I dubbed this season Reggae Revival and Dancehall Energy. We have artists, surprise artists that are going to come still. But then we need some revival in our music. There's a need to bring back consciousness, music that speaks positivity, that strengthens the soul and strengthens the mind and heart. So that's why I felt the need to bring that, because I do get a lot of say, Stone, give us another reggae album, give us another reggae album, and it's the consciousness that people are yearning for now. Yeah.
When you set out to put up a production like the BIM Festival and the likes that you've been, on, what do you think about the fans, the international markets? What exactly is the thought process?
We cover all of those, because primarily we have come this far, for nothing at all, to represent for Ghana. Yeah, I cannot detach Ghana from my career ever. So whatever I do, believe you me, I have Ghana at the back of my mind first, because I look on the socials, I watch TV. People are representing other nations, making them proud in terms of art, creativity, style, and all of that. So anytime I put together my production, I make sure that our own is also competing on global standards, and that's what I've delivered over the period of time. Yeah. So that's what comes to mind. Making sure we have a standard that people can sell, Ghana can sell, or that can represent Ghana in a good light.
It's 2 days to Christmas, and from the Joy Entertainment team, we're wishing you all a Merry Christmas. This is one of the reasons why you should stay with Joy News.
We thank God for every year, to the year, to the month and the week, to the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All belongs to the Christmas gift. We have to give thanks to Almighty God. He's the one who protected our soul and our brain.
Merry Christmas, long life and prosperity. And keep on watching Joy TV day and night, moon, everywhere.
Hey boy, Joy News. I'm on Friday morning to Mupao.
Over to you, Festive. Thank you, Becky. And that's how we wrap up JoyNews Prime. We appreciate your company. For more news, please log on to myjoyonline.com. Have a pleasant day as you enjoy the rest of our programs.